Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Just giving everybody a minute to just get this worked out. Some people are texting me saying they're trying different things. Great. Thank you, Amy Kelly, for letting me know you're on. Awesome. That's very helpful. Thank you, Amy. I know there are others that are trying to get on, so I'm going to try and give them a second here. I would like it to show that, like, who's on here. It's kind of crazy. Do you guys have a group chat that you can see that you can type into? Okay, we'll work it out. Everybody's trying to still get on here. Okay, Christina, good. You're on? Yeah, if you take that link and just go to the, hopefully they're going to the YouTube area there, typing that in. Our group message is going crazy right now. I'm just gonna sit here till we get all these people that want to get on. So if I have to shorten it at the end, I will. Once we get this worked out, it should be very easy. Okay, once you do get in, if you can hear me and you could see me, I know some of you are giving me the thumbs up. See if you could find the group chat. And see if you could type in anything there. I put in hello. That's fitting. Christina, if you could hear me, can you help Nicole? She's asking, where's the YouTube button? Unfortunately for me, when I set this up, it doesn't give me the same views that you have. And I think for a phone, it's a little bit different, and for an iPad and for the laptop. I'm just going to wait a couple more minutes and we're just going to start and we're going to go with it. And if people can connect a little late, we'll go with it and see what happens. "30 more seconds and I'm going with this. We're going to give it a shot." People are still trying diligently. All right, let me just start with some simple housekeeping things and we'll get those out of the way before I start talking about what I really want to talk about today. I have some notes for myself, so don't mind me if I'm looking to the side. The hard part about this is we're not going to get to interact with each other. We're just going to be able to just hear me, and I guess it's just all about me right now. No, it's really not. It's really all about you, and that's what I want to do. Is I want to be able to come to your house individually like this almost and speak to you. Christina, thank you for helping out. She's doing a lot of texting and trying to get everybody on. Okay. One of the first things I want to tell you about was there are two, if you don't have a piece of paper, please get one. I got a lot of things I want you to write down. One thing is there's going to be 2 live streaming events just like this. So once you get this going, this seems to be the new way to do things. So there are going to be 2 live streaming events coming up. One is going to be on May 10th and one is going to be on May 12th. The first one is called Gumption, Grit, and Glitter. And that's going to be an inspirational piece right there. And then I'll tell you more about that as we get further along. The Advanced Color Consultant live streaming event is going to be 30 minutes of makeup tips and things like that. And it's only going to be available for those of you who are an advanced color consultant. So if you haven't done that, go into InTouch and start going through those modules and get yourself to be an advanced color consultant so you can work that out and actually see this video and go from it. Okay, we're still getting a couple people on here. All right. Sorry, I'm working my own thing here. Next. A couple of the products that we have in our inventory right now are being phased out. So I want to just let you know about that so that you don't, first of all, purchase any more, and you can maybe do a sale on what you have in your inventory. The first thing is going to be the Even Complexion Dark Spot Remover. So don't buy any more of those. Those are being phased out, as well as the Even Complexion Essence. Just low sales. Same thing with the facial highlighting pen, which I really like, but trust me, they're coming out with a better thing. And the Journey perfume. So if you have any customers who currently like that Journey perfume, you might want to ask them if they want to stock up on some before they go completely out. The big one for me is the concealer. All the under eye concealer that we put on, I do it in a skincare class. Those are all being phased out as well. So I just want to be aware of that. Not to purchase anymore because those are going away, and you know a new product is coming in its place, which is very exciting, which I cannot share with you until next Monday when we have our next live stream, and I will show you a lot of those different products. Excuse me. So that product preview from the new box will be shown to you next Monday at our next little thing like this. Okay, another little tidbit is InTouch is changing a little bit. There's going to be some changes to how it's set up and what is supposed to be more user-friendly. So let's cross our fingers on that one and see if we like it. I'm sure we will. They always come up with good changes for us. So just so you know, that's coming down the line. The other thing is the new mascara. These are currently on back order because if you didn't notice, the company sold, or we sold, 193,000 in that first day, and we ordered that many on that first Friday that it was available. So if you need to get some of these, don't hesitate to order them. They are on back order, and even though you place your order, say tonight, which I'm placing an order tonight, those mascaras, when they come in, will be shipped free to you when they get in, which apparently is not going to be a long time. It's just a couple days. So I want to just show you something very quick about this, because when I got it, first of all, I was extremely excited because I've been seeing some other directors putting it on and showing all these great pictures. It's taken me a couple days to figure it out. So I want to share with you some real quick tidbits about it. And this is good for selling some other products that we have. The primer seems to be a really big part of making your eyelashes look the way you see them in the pictures. So if you haven't tried the eyelash primer, it is a clear gel that you would apply to your eyelashes before you're going on anything else. So you're going to let that dry, and then you're going to take your new lash intensity. And here's the fun thing about this. Number one, let me show you the brush, because if you haven't seen this yet, and you may have seen some videos, but let me show you this brush. Okay, check this out. I hope you could see this. As I turn this, you should see a flat part. Does everybody see how it's flat right there? That's what they call the reservoir. So you're supposed to apply the flat part, and they say that if you put your thumb on the Mary Kay portion of it, that's the flat part. So you kind of apply, if I could just do a little quick demo for you. If you apply it, and I already have this on from the day, so don't mind me, but you would apply it to the lashes, and a lot of people do the little and pull it up that way. So you're kind of like sticking it on your eyelashes, and then you turn it a little bit where you have those long bristles, and those kind of comb out what you put on there. So they're kind of lengthening them and putting on there, moving it up so you don't have any kind of clumps. And if you can just see, if you just lift up, like, look, you know, this is kind of weird, but you can kind of see how beautiful it looks, and it really makes a big difference. Another tip I found is that you don't want to use this on your bottom lashes, because your bottom lashes don't require that big of a brush, first of all. And I don't want to say this in a negative way. I was finding that when I was using it, that some of it was kind of appearing on my bottom of my under my eye. So they suggest, I should say Pam Shaw suggested, still using your regular mascara for your bottom lashes, because you don't need that spider look to be on your bottom lashes, and unless you really want to be dramatic. But I did find that if I put my primer on and my regular mascara on the bottom, there was nothing underneath, nothing appeared underneath. And then people are also suggesting to use the finishing spray on your face, to spray it after you're finished with everything. It does keep your makeup on a little bit better, and it just takes away any kind of smudging that would possibly happen with a fabulous mascara like this. So I want to give you that little heads up that it's not as easy as you want it to be, but as soon as you get the little tricks down, it is very easy. It's very easy, but it did take me a couple days to figure all that out. But now that I did, it's going very quickly. I'm also going to give you on our Facebook page a little instruction sheet for your customers. So if they bought a mascara from you, you might want to just slip it in the bag. So they just have some tips, and it's just those things I just went over. And they don't have to do it that way. They can do it however they want. It's still going to be beautiful. But I'm giving them a little instruction sheet, because the first time they use it, they may not get the dramatic look that they might hope for. So just want to give you that little heads up on the mascara. And let me tell you, when you get excited about things, people want whatever you're excited about. So just always keep that in mind, because that mascara, I got so excited about that mascara. I was taking pictures, I was using Instagram, I was putting things on Facebook, and it just kept rolling in. I'll take one, I'll take one, I'll take one, I want one, I want one, you know, and I sold 12, and I know Sandy did very well with it too. And it's just the excitement of that new product is what brought in the excitement of those sales. And if you think about it, if you make almost $10 on every mascara, and I sold 12, it's pretty decent just on mascara, right? I was excited. So I'm gonna keep the excitement going for that, because it is on back order, and I'm ordering extra. So I'm gonna put that out there next. Ordered extra mascara, who wants one? And I'm excited that people will wanna do that. Okay, tonight just another announcement. If you didn't notice already, the spring products were 20, well, how much was it off? I don't even know, but they're on sale on InTouch. So all the spring stuff, that beautiful purple palette that comes in the thing with the mirror, that $35 item that we sold, that is on sale along with the soap and the nail applications. And I know the one nail polish was already sold out, but all of those spring Into the Garden collection is on sale only till tonight. It was only from Friday till tonight. So if you still want to order some of that stuff on sale, do it tonight, but well, it's right before we get off. Not right now. Not right now. Okay. Let's see. What else do I want to say? On Facebook, Sandy and I were working on those events where we have guests come and do special things, like the first one is a pajama party. Those are the things you need to get excited about too. And if you, for one, and here's what we're going to try and do. This is what I'm thinking. If we do our meetings online like this, where you don't have to leave your home, obviously there's no interaction, but hopefully it's better than not being able to come to a meeting at all. So if we do this, I'm thinking once a week we just touch base, half hour, see how it goes. But then once a month, if you can get your customers, or one customer, I'm just saying, if every person brought one guest to an event that we're offering, and we have those next 6 events, so that's 6 months worth of events, because we have one every month, that's one thing that you can guarantee you're getting sales from. So if you just steer away your parties and your facials from those days, and I would say pick up a guest, have them meet you at your house, and bring them along. Sandy or I will be doing the whole demonstration. You just need to come, watch, learn, and make sales. So check that out on Facebook. You want to start being excited about those things. I know the second one is the Bahama Mama, which everybody wants to know about contouring. And I'm going to do my best to learn it and try and teach it that night too. Or that day. They're during the day. They're supposed to be at 1 o'clock. Sandy brought up a good point about people don't want to get in their pajamas at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday. So we might be moving that one till 7 o'clock, if that sounds good to everybody. And I think that one's May 15th. I don't have it in front of me, but I think that one is May 15th, and that will be at 7 o'clock at my house. You just need to bring a girlfriend and let her try some different things for the spa pajama party, which will be different. It's not going to be your normal typical, none of them are your anti-aging skincare classes. They're all a little bit different with different products. So those customers who are used to all of those products and they already love them, this is a way for them to try additional things. So keep that in mind. So get excited about those and invite them, pick them up, bring them once a month. See if you can get out of the house and come to this event. All right. I was going to do a whole booking bonanza, because that's what I feel like we really need. Is we need to be able to book some some skincare classes, and I know that's what we all need, but I had to slow myself down, because really the first thing that we always want to talk about is going to be our goals and our why, and why are we doing this, and why do we keep going, that kind of thing. And when I thought back to that, I realized that when Christina and Sandy and I went to Career Conference, that was the theme of Career Conference. It's getting a strong why and understanding why you're doing this business. So that's really what I want to dive into today. And I know we're limited. I don't want to go over time. I don't want to, take up more time than we need to. And I know we started a little bit late getting going. But if you don't have a pencil or a paper, please get those two things right now. Take 1 second, go get something to write with, because I want you to write some things down that I feel are really, really a stepping stone to building your business. So just take a minute, go get something to write with, because you're going to want to write this down. Did you guys find the chat while we're waiting for just a second? Did you find the chat? I put something in a chat, but nobody else is. I'd like to see if that works, so that if people have questions or have problems or no longer hear me, they could write something in there. Okay. Here's what I want you to do. if we were to take a half an hour from our night once a week, just like this. So this would be our once a week. If we were to take the hats that we wear throughout the day off for just a couple minutes. Okay, you guys can't get to chat. All right, no problem. Thank you, Sandy. If you guys can take your hats off, now I want you to think about the hats that you do wear. You wear a lot of hats because we as women just have, that's what we do. We will, if we had more heads, we would take even more hats. But I want you to be able to, there goes one. I saw you, Colin. I want you to be able to take those hats off because life is happening around you. I've got one in the kitchen, one just went upstairs, trying not to be obvious. I want you to take off the dance mom hat. I want you to take off the teacher hat. I want you to take off the cook hat, the mom hat, the sister hat, all those different things you do throughout the day. And just put them aside for a minute and see if you can put on your crown. I know it sounds silly, but if you could take your Mary Kate crown, and even if it's it could, of course I want it to be a pretend crown, just put that on your head and think about what you're doing just for a half an hour. Just concentrate on this for just a half an hour. I think it will make a huge difference because I think sometimes even when we want to do our Mary Kay business, other things keep coming in and different hats keep flipping on and off our heads. So that's why I wanted to do something around 9 o'clock. I know it's a little late, but I want to do something around 9 o'clock where most of what we're supposed to be doing or have to do has settled down. Hopefully some kids are in bed or they are at least quietly having a snack like mine, and I can kind of concentrate for a little while. So with your little pretend crown on, I want you to just really concentrate on what we're doing. And I'm saying that as I'm getting texts, so sorry. So yes, that's what we have to do, is we have to be able to just sit back and be like, okay, I'm gonna do just this for a half an hour. All right, the other thing is, it's not just putting that one hat on, but it's blocking out all of our other distractions from our brain. So if you get inside your pink bubble and you just close it up, just close it up, because you know there are other issues that you have to deal with in a little bit. But for right now, I want you just trying to get just Mary Kay and what you need to do for your business just for a half an hour in your head and concentrate on just that. A lot of the women that we listen to at Career Conference and on Boxers and all of these top NSDs do one thing that seems to be common throughout, and they do affirmations. Not that we all have time for this, and I think I think affirmations are something that we look at in the future and wish we did earlier. And it's really just our self-talk to ourselves and practicing, because all the stuff I'm going to talk about in the next couple minutes is going to need practice. It's not something that you just strive at and you just go to and it's just easy, because it's not. It goes back and forth. So when you do affirmations and they set aside 10 minutes in the morning and they read the same things over and over and understand what they're saying, and they do things that mean something to them. So even if it's self-talk, even if you wake up in the morning and you're like, I'm going to be awesome today. It's better than what you said to yourself this morning, probably, especially if you get on a scale. But your positive self-talk is going to lead to confidence. Excuse me. No, thank you. You're bothering me right now. Anyway, your positive self-talk is going to lead to confidence. And it's one thing to say you're confident, and it's another thing to exude confidence. And that's where you want to move to. You want to be able to exude confidence, because when you can exude confidence, then you become powerful. And then we feel like if we're powerful and we're confident, we can really conquer the world and do pretty much anything, which I know sometimes we feel like we could do, and then we somehow fall flat on our face. But anyway, it's something that you work on. And I know these successful women in Mary Kay continuously work on this every day, a little bit at a time, and they do become powerful and exude confidence. Number 10, confidence, as Pam Shaw would say. the problem with that and what happens to us is too much knocks us down, and we allow that to happen. That's the other thing you have to practice is the getting back up, the getting back up. So we could be in our little pink bubble for the first 10 minutes of the day, getting ready by ourselves and having our cup of coffee and thinking about what we're going to do. And then something happens, and you know that something is going to happen, and that's going to knock us down. And that's just called life. That's what we have. That's what we deal with. And it's just all about how you handle it and how you can recover from that kind of stuff. And what's important is where things become excuses versus being able to move past things and become successes. So I heard someone say once that miss excuse and miss success do not hang around each other. They just don't. It's just they don't go together. So if there's something you get out of tonight's little chat, let it be this. The most important habit that you can form is being able to pivot when you need to, because you know that as things happen throughout the day, you could start off great, you could feel great, you could be confident, and as the day goes on, you start to feel like this, and people and things and problems just start to beat you down. And if we can learn to pivot throughout the day, it might be better for us. We might be able to do it. So pivoting is something that I have been working on really hard, and I came up with these little sayings to help myself. And one of them is move on. I just tell myself, okay, you're going to move on. And then there are people that will want to rehash things, and I'm just trying to come up with examples, but there are people that even though you've pivoted and your mindset has shifted to the next thing that you're going to do that may be positive or productive, and then people will come in during that day, whether it's at a sporting event or it's during lunch or a coffee break, and they'll want to rehash and they'll want to bring everything back up. Can you believe, it sounds like this, can you believe that this happened? And can you believe that they did this? And and it just goes on and on. And if you start jumping in with that and start saying, I know, can you believe? And before you know it, you feel mad and angry and like this because you let that get to you. So my little saying to help myself get away from that, which is every day this happens, somebody wants to just rehash something ridiculous. My thing that has been working for me has been, I just go like this. Oh yeah, I'm over that. I'm over that. They have nothing to say. They can't, there's nothing, you can't continue the conversation when I said I'm over that. In other words, I don't want to talk about that anymore. I've already pivoted and I've gone in a different direction. I'm over that. In other words, I'm moving on. So that has taken practice. And then there are other things, and I don't mean, these are not detrimental things I'm talking about. This is just like gossipy things. But let's move on to a bigger thing where you have health issues and there are bigger things that just bring you down and just weigh on you and affects your mind because you have to pivot from something super bothersome. And what I've done with that to try and help me get away from that and pivot is to ask myself this: is there anything I can do about that? If there is, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to put a poll out there on Facebook and figure out what I should do. I'm not going to poll people and say, oh, I need a second opinion. What doctor do you suggest? No, I'm going to call. You're going to call, you're going to figure it out, and you're going to do it. 9 times out of 10, there is nothing I could do about the problem that just came up. It's going to happen anyway, whether it's going to rain, can't do anything about that. So guess what? Move on. Move on. There's nothing you can do. Why are we wasting time and energy worrying about that? So learning to pivot is the first thing I want you to kind of write down. I want you to try that throughout your day because you're gonna get lots of practice because there are things all day long and people all day long that will cause you to need to pivot. So that's the first thing. And then your mindset kind of goes along with that because you could either fall into going down the path that you don't want to, which is non-productive. And you can keep on going and keep on going. And again, by the end of the day, if you don't pivot and you don't change your mindset, There you look like this again. You come back home. Now, how much do you feel like doing? Do you feel like doing the clothes? I mean, no matter what it is, you're not going to want to do laundry. You're not going to want to make dinner. You're certainly not going to want to make booking calls and get shot down somewhere along the way there, right? Am I right? So your mindset and being able to pivot are a huge, huge part of your Mary Kay business because, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, not that you can chat with me or anything, but if you don't feel like it and you don't feel super powerful and you're not gonna do it. You're just not gonna come home and then dive into your business and doing things like that. So here's what I want you to write down. We have to figure out your why. That was the whole theme of the career conference, is figuring out why you're doing Mary Kay. And it seems to stop a lot of people from doing it if they don't really have a strong why. Then why, if it's not super strong and it's not super exciting, then why do it? And maybe that's where some of you are stuck, and maybe you're not stuck. I'm just saying it. There are people that get stuck from time to time, and their why is not strong enough. So, can you do a visualization with me? I mean, really, I know I can't see you, but can you just find a door somewhere in your sight right now? Don't go anywhere. Don't mind my hair either. Don't go anywhere, but just see if you can do you have a door in your sight? If not, you might have to turn your head a little bit more, but you got to find a door because I need you to do a visualization with me. I want you to look at that door. It's closed, right? It's got to be a closed door. It could be a closet. It could be the outside door. It doesn't matter, but it needs to be a door. And I want you to stare at that door. Look at that door. And I want you to picture what is behind that door that would excite you as to why you would do this business. Why? What are you working for that's behind that door? Is it, and I need you to picture this. I need you to picture right in, like as if you could see through the door. You're seeing through the door and you're seeing a family vacation, or maybe you're in Mexico. Maybe you can see the kids having fun in Disney, or you're going to Virginia Beach. Do you see a vacation back there? Is that one of the things that you wanted out of this business? Maybe you see patio furniture back there. Maybe you've been saying, geez, I wish I could really just go out and buy myself some new patio furniture for this summer, including a rug and some nice little lanterns and all kinds of stuff. Or maybe you can visualize yourself on a table getting a massage, and that's going to be your monthly thing or your bi-monthly thing, and you could just see yourself, and that's something that you want. And that's what you can see. And I actually could visualize vacations with a spa. I could see a couple things and nice furniture. Maybe you're getting married in the near future and you need to buy wedding bands, and you could see your wedding bands, your ideal wedding bands. Like you're just like, oh man, they are beautiful. There's a light shining on them. And maybe it's something for your children. Maybe you see a great gift that you would like to give them, and you can see the excitement on their face, and you can see them opening the gift, and you're just so proud and so happy that you were able to buy that gift for them. Maybe it's concert tickets for your husband. I mean, whatever is behind that door, do you visualize it through that door? Can you see it through that door? What is your thing? And I want you to, and first of all, let me tell you this, it cannot be cash. It cannot be a Visa bill. It cannot be a car payment. It can't be your electric bill. Those things are not exciting. And they may sound like, oh, you're doing a good thing, you're contributing to the family. No, you need to find something behind that door that makes you want to work. And when people say no, that it makes you want to call the next person. And what do I say? Move on. So it's got to be something behind that door that is really appealing. Because if it looks like it's not going to make that much of a difference, like one car payment, that's not going to do it. You need to be able to see something super exciting on the other side of that door. So does everybody see that? Does everybody see something or several things? Okay, I want you to write that down. I want you to write down what you see through that door. So just take a couple seconds and just jot down the things that you would love to do or love to give or love to have. Maybe it's getting your nails done every 3 weeks or 2 weeks. Maybe that's your goal. And it could be as small as that. It could be as big as a vacation. But you need to have something behind that door. Otherwise, why would you ever open it, right? So put down what you see behind that door. Okay. Now, very quickly, I want you to visualize, and this is something you practice too. I want you to visualize yourself walking over to that door. You're walking slowly with confidence. You're a little dramatic. You're walking over the door, your hands on the door. You turn the knob, you open the door to your dreams, and you look on the floor in your path. Right there, you can't get any further. In your path on the floor is your starter kit. Your Mary Kay starter kit is on the floor as soon as you open that door. You can't get any further without picking it up. You can't go further. You can't get there because we know that, because we already started this business, because we may be in a job, or we're a stay-at-home mom, or we'd love to be a stay-at-home mom. For whatever reason you started this business, it's still there. Nothing really has changed. You didn't hit the lottery, have you? So pick up that starter kit and you can now put it on your shoulder. Realize that you have everything. You've already made the decision to start this business. You have everything you need in that bag. It's all in there. Everything that you want comes from that bag. Now, if you let fear and life struggles get in the way of picking up that bag, then you're not going to see those things. You're not going to see that. So what you want to write down on the paper is what you see behind that door. And secondly, first of all, that's your why. That's your why. Why did you pick up the kit? Why did you start your business? Remind yourself what's behind that door. And by the way, don't go over and do that now, because you could open it up and there's like a vacuum or something there. That's not exciting. You got to visualize the concept of this whole thing. So you're picking up your starter kit. And when we get back together next Monday, and we're going to talk about booking, and we're going to get you those parties, we're going to get you those facials, we're going to get you working. So, and even if you are, which is awesome, how can you further that? How can you do more? And then just to wrap it up here, the next most important thing that you want to write down, now that you have your why of why you're working this, I want to know, and you want to write down, this is for yourself, how would you feel if you had one or two of those things that you visualized back there? How would you feel? And don't just put down happy, no. Excited, no. Dig a little deeper and say, how would you feel? Give it some thought. I mean, here's some examples. Here's my contributing to the family. That's something. When you contribute to your family, you feel worthy. Not that you weren't before, but I'm just saying, like, it just helps you to feel even more worthy. The thing that I like, and the two words that I like when I do something and I find something behind that door that I can achieve, I feel strong and powerful, knowing that I can achieve anything I put my mind to. Does that make sense? I can achieve anything that I put my mind to. And I am. And I will continue to do that. And I will continue to remind you that you can do that too, whether it be small or large. That starter kit bag gives you the ability to do that. That's your vehicle for doing whatever it is you want. And the only thing that's stopping you is fear. Fear, it's not time. It's not time. Everybody could find the time. We can all find the time. But what I like to say is I like to feel strong and powerful because I can do anything I put my mind to. So if we needed to get extra money, I know I could work a little harder and figure that out through Mary Kay. So when you write down what your why is, which is the things and the thing that you feel that you want, The what you feel like is such a big part of that, because you want that feeling of getting that. Do you understand what I mean by that? It's not just about mascara. There's so much more to this business than the products and selling. It's really about how you can achieve what's behind the door of your dreams. Okay? Imagine what you can do if you just figured that out and you write that down and you forge on. So that's kind of my message. That's what I wanted to start with. I want you to figure out your why and continue to want to learn more and be inspired. I hope I wasn't, insulting in any way, because I want you to have a vision, because without a vision, you're really not going to go, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And I can say that with confidence, although it sounds harsh. I say that with confidence because we have been taught that now for a bunch of years. I mean, it's been pretty much proven that once you have your why and you just go for it, and those fears and the doubt that sets in are diminished if you keep your head into the why you're doing it. Because if you let fear get to you, you'll never reach what's behind the door. You'll never get there. So next Monday, we're going to stick to 9 o'clock. I'll take all the input you have. 9 o'clock, we're going to start with how to book, and really getting yourself into a system that will help you find referrals and all kinds of different things to get by people, because that's really what we have to do. So my challenge for you is this I sent to you on Facebook. This is a power booking plan that contains blank pages that look like this. And this is it's really set up nice, because we're going to talk about this next week, but I want you to their first thing is to print this out. Print this out. And then the most important thing after that is to fill it up. You don't have to do any of this yet, but you've got to get names. You've got to put names on here. Your challenge is to fill one paper. One paper. These are people that you're going to contact after next week, and you're going to send them the script for booking, and we're going to go from there. So I hope that this was an easy thing for you. It won't be this long next time. I'm not going to have all that. I'm going to show you the new products, and we won't need 15 minutes in the beginning to figure out, how to get on. Hopefully everybody will figure that out by then, and we'll go from there. So hopefully this is helping. But finding out your why and sticking with your purpose and learning how to pivot and all that good stuff is really, really good for you up here. Because if you up here are in the right mindset, this is just paperwork. And then you go to the classes, and we're going to keep moving from there. We're going to go through the flip chart. We have so much training that we could do together. I wish we could talk, but that doesn't seem to work for everybody, because we are pretty spread apart. We have a lot of small children, activities, all kinds of different things. So if this works, we'll go with it. So again, you're printing out this, and you're filling at least one sheet of people that you want to contact. You don't have to contact them yet. If you want to go for it, go for it. The script is right in this document. You can certainly go ahead and start doing that for May. But if you're feeling a little slow getting back into this, or you feel a little stuck, all I need you to do is put down the names of people that you want to contact. And they could be referrals. That's what you see here of mine. This person referred these 3 people. This person referred those. And those are referrals that I'm contacting. So I'll go through all of this, and I think Sandy's going to help us next week to talk about this whole system. But you may have a name on every line, because these are people you went through on Facebook, and you're like, ooh, I could call her, and I could call her, and I can call her. And don't prejudge, just put the names down. And they could say no. That's no problem. But if you haven't asked, then it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna cut this off. And thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this was helpful. And I look forward to next Monday, because I get to show you some new products, which is really fun. The new catalog, which you can get soon with all the other new products too that I'm going to show you. So if you haven't ordered your spring products that are on sale, tonight's the last night. So if you're finished now, let's get off and let's go place an order for the new stuff on sale. You can also place it for the mascara. It's on back order, like I said, but they're going to ship them to you as soon as they come in. They said a few days. It's not that bad. So I ordered like 15. So I plan on selling them. So I'm excited. So thank you again. Have a good night and read your why over a couple times so you get it in your head. All right.